Good afternoon. It is a brisk 21 degrees outside, so I will not be washing the Bronco, but what I will be doing is trying to clean it up. Ooh, some hail damage there. Anyways, I'll show you guys what I picked up last night from my dad's house. There is the Bronco's new hood, and it still has the Ford letters on the hood, thank God, which I think that's badass. The hood is off of that blue pickup, but when we pulled the motor out of that truck to put in this Bronco, like, I don't know, 11 years ago, we stripped the front end to pull the motor, and I still have all the pieces. I got a grill for the Bronco there that came off that truck. It is damn near flawless. These aluminum grills, they dent real easy, so I'm lucky I have one that is not all dented up. The one that is on the front of the Bronco was flawless when we got it, but I hit a fence there, I hit a tree there, but I mean, it's still in good shape. The plastic grill itself is busted, but I do believe the one in the back of the Bronco is not. We will find out as I clean it out. There's my new fuel tank. I ordered that fuel tank to put in my buddy's, I don't know, I think it was a 93 Bronco, but they sent me the wrong one. So for payment for working on his Bronco, he let me keep it. It's the same exact fuel tank that's in there already. Probably need to clean it out because it's been sitting there with an open orifice. But let's get the camera set up for time lapse and I'll do some cleaning. Oh, and real quick, here's a better look at the old engine. Oh, I can't do this one-handed. She's crusty and she's rusty, but she runs good. I need to do a full tune-up, probably cap, rotor, plugs, wires, oil change. Probably need to flush the motor out, actually, because that oil's been in there for, I don't know, better part of 7 years. The transmission in this thing was rebuilt around the time we put this motor in. The transmission itself only has like 250 miles, but they are off-road rough miles. So I will probably flush the transmission as well, drain the front and rear end, get some new oil in it. I'm going to save the axles out of that pickup because I think I want to change the gearing, because I would like to have 35s on this with about 2 to 3 inches of lift, because I'm not looking for anything crazy. Now when I'm racing it, I will stick to the 235s because I get more wheel speed out of them, and this fucker books with smaller tires. So let's start cleaning it out a little bit, and I'll check back later. Good morning, world. Yesterday I sprayed degreaser all over the engine. I will probably give it a second spray. Got my neighbor's pressure washer. Now that I got it all cleaned out, I'll show you guys what I'm working with here. This is why I need new floorboards. These are all patched in from over the years. The back section's rusted out, but the sides are still solid on both sides, so I'll have to get this middle panel replaced and the cross bracing that goes underneath of it. I might just fabricate those myself. for this section of the bed, I'm either thinking about getting a replacement piece like this or rebuilding the underneath side and getting a piece of 1/4 inch or 3/16 diamond plate aluminum and sealing it and riveting it down, because I think it'd look cool. Might not. Some people will probably be like, oh, this thing needs to go to the scrap yard. I've had this truck since I was 16. The only other truck I've owned for more than 2 years is that truck. I couldn't replace this thing for the cost of what things are these days. It runs, it drives. The motor is solid. It smokes a bit, so might see about resealing the heads and valves, check compression, see how everything looks inside, and if it's no good, I've got another motor. The transmission, we rebuilt it when we put this motor in, and the transmission probably only has about 200 miles on it in the last 10 years, probably, and they're all off-road or racing miles, so I mean, they're rough miles, so I need to change every fluid, flush everything out, probably get some new shocks for it, just as a starter. I don't think I'm going to have it on the road this year, but I would like to take it to a couple races this year, so I could race it without fixing up the front end, but fuck it, I'm going to fix up what I can while I'm going with what I have. The driver's side floorboard, excuse me, I patched in high school with some tin that my dad brought home. I mean, for what it is, it worked, but most of the floorboard from the back of the seats forward, I can cut out of that truck. Let me show you how clean that truck is. This is the truck where that hood, that front clip, motor, and transmission came out of right about 10 years ago. But if you look, there's damn near no rust on the fenders. A little on the door. I'll get rid of the trim because I don't like the trim. The Bronco doesn't have it. I haven't torn the carpet out yet, but by judging how clean the rocker panels even are on this truck, I would guess the floorboards are solid. If not, I'll have to order floor pans from LMC or whoever I can get them from. But I mean, even the passenger side is, I wouldn't say pristine, but I would say it's, I would say it's about 90% there. For a truck this old, it's in good shape. But anyways, I'm gonna get the pressure washer set up, get the engine degreased one more time, get some soap in the pressure washer, wash the whole thing down, rinse it off, let it dry for a couple days, and I'll pull it in the garage. I'm gonna set this camera up on time lapse so you guys can watch it. And if anybody watching my videos knows a good video editing software for mobile devices, let me know. I'm using this phone to make videos for Facebook Reels, TikTok, and YouTube. My longer videos will be on YouTube, so if you're watching this on any other platform, go to my YouTube and subscribe. I'll either have a link in it or something in the comments if you look. But let's get started. All right. It took me an hour to pressure wash this thing. It spent 7 years in the mud. So the frame rails, all the nooks and crannies were full of shit. I should probably give the engine bay one more rinse because a bunch of stuff blew up inside. I should probably give the engine bay another once over because a bunch of shit blew up inside of it. But it's clean. It's as clean as it's gonna get. There were chunks of mud up in between the gaps in the frame rails, packed around the transfer case, the gaps in the front fenders. So, let me give the engine bay one quick rinse over, and I'll be done. Stay tuned for more. Well, for shits and giggles, let's see if it'll start. Let the engine dry off. See if the key will turn easier today. Hey, it did. Maybe. Pause. Okay, it is not turning over fast enough, but we can solve that problemo here. Okay, it's been charging while I was cleaning up the garden hoses. It might not start. The distributor could be wet. I did just pressure wash it. You turd. I would say that high level of moisture would be my issue. I'll get some brake clean in there, wipe it out, blow it out. We'll try again in a few minutes. That distributor cap is old as fuck. Give her a squirt of this. Alright, no guarantees, but the distributor did have like a third of a cup of water in it, which, you know, doesn't mix well with electronicals. No promises. Probably flooded now. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Let's try it again. Oh. Cold-blooded old girl. It sounds better when it warms up. After she warms up, she smooths out. It's kind of loud. It's just the factory Y pipe into a 3-inch with a 45 tip right by the cap. Carburetor needs retuned. I'm thinking about buying a new one. Uh-oh, I got a brake light on. She shakes a little. Anyways, thanks for watching. Next time you guys see it, it'll be in the garage, and I'll start stripping off the front end or start the gas tank, whatever. I'll probably get the front end stripped off because my wife and my 2 youngest kids really want to help me. My oldest daughter wants to, but she's not as excited. But I get the front end stripped off. I can have my wife and kids tinker with the front end, get the fenders on, doors on, whatnot. I can get the gas tank and fuel lines reran, and we'll go from there. But like, subscribe, share, comment, or just watch. Whatever you want to do. I don't care. Have a good day.